be aware of the miscreant that likes to get other people's calls. But there's only one in one FM. Take care, my friend. Bye bye.
You're a laugh a minute, Tom.
Well, Mike, I mean, you did get a call just like mine, I mean, that's a fact, and you didn't pick that one out of your ass, my friend. You said, I'm going to be like Tom, and, albeit I guess you can't pass the general class. You could have got something like an N1FMN, which is available. So, I don't know. You tell me, pal. You got a call just like mine. What's up with that? Are you doing it just to screw with me? Over?
Who would want to screw with you, fool? You're out of your mind. The MM is my initial.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, no, FMM is not your initials. Is your first name Frank or something? Or is your middle name Mike? Over?
I don't go down with the garbage, Watley. Get lost.
So your total initials is Fox Mike Mike. Over?
It's number one fabulous Mike McRidgeon.
Okay, so your first name begins with an F, over?
No, but I've heard you called an F many times.
Okay, so anyway, so what you just said, you said that it had to do with your initials, but your initials are not like mine are TAW. But this was a sequential call sign issue to me. But you went out and got a call sign just like mine, and you just claimed that you got it based on your initials, but your initials are not FMNM. The last two letters of the suffix. Okay, that's fine, Mike. But come on, man, you're saying that you absolutely did not get that vanity call sign to screw with me because you and I are at odds all the time. Over?
No, I didn't get it to screw.
He's a liar.
It seems to be screwing your head off.
He's a liar.
Yourself, so I'm glad you're being pissed off about.
Oh, no. No. I'm not pissed off, Mike. I just think, that's pretty demented. That's pretty sick when you and I have never been friendly. You know that. You cornered me for a couple of years without benefit of call sign. I've got you on recording on 20 meters and on 3843 until you got exposed by Curtis when you were selling an amplifier because you screwed up and mentioned an amp that you were getting, and you didn't use your call sign for a long time. You're a quormer. You're a known quormer. And you and I have been at odds, and what do? You take your two-land call, and you go out and you get a call just like mine. Now, listen, even if you did it accidentally, Mike, do you understand the optics of that by other people? Not you and I, by other people. And I know you don't give a crap that you're going to say that, but Mike, I mean, you think about this. People are saying, he went out and got a call just like Tom's? Okay, all right, well, listen, that's the optics of it. I'm not pissed off, not one iota. I just think it's hysterically funny that you'll get in there and then you'll delay the M, or you'll run the two M's together. Well, Mike, you know what? That actually helps me. So if I ever get in trouble with the FCC, I can just blame it on you.
Yeah, terrific. I don't want to talk to you anymore, Tom.
Oh, listen to Mike. Normally you're QRMing me, and now you don't want to talk to me. That's very funny.
You're going to talk over the top of me.
That's very funny, Michael.
No, you can't do that.
You don't want to talk to me, but yet 90% of the time you get in here and you interfere with my conversations and you QRM. So what's wrong? Are you not feeling well today?
I need to get on the internet and send that gentleman your little speech down at the Florida thing. He doesn't like arrogant people. Wait till he hears you making a threat about the guy you went to the bathroom on.
Mike, a lot of my speeches are on the internet, and I didn't put those on there. But that's fine. A lot of my public speaking is on the internet. Whatever. And all my television appearances are on the internet. It's for all to see. If that bothers you, that's fine. I don't know why it does. It seems to, because you mention it a lot. Again, some of those are. One of them is actually about 15 years old. Some of the old cases, international cases I worked. But if it bothers you, I don't know. You might want to seek treatment there. Over.
No, it don't bother me at all. But the call sign I have seems to bother the shit out of you.
No, it doesn't, Mike. No, it doesn't bother me. It just, one has to say, why did you do that? That's all. I'm not upset. I'm not pissed. I'm not calling the FCC. I'm not trying to get it pulled. I'm just curious why you did it. Was it to screw with me? Over?
Oh, you called the FCC. I got the records.
No, I did not, Mike. I don't call the FCC on anybody because I don't like the FCC. I never have liked the FCC. I don't deal with the FCC. Okay, I've had to answer to Riley a couple of times where he was wrong and I was right. I do not. The only time I've contacted the FCC ever in my life was to renew my license.
I really do think she should get her ticket. I mean, I think that would behoove her. I said that when I first met her in 2008. You know, you really should get your ticket if you're going to do this.
Shortly after she came on board, all of our misfits on 14275 called her to introduce themselves. You know, I thought that was really a gracious thing for them to do. And she called me up and said, you know, this is like a bunch of 5-year-olds. I thought, well, okay, yeah, but, you know, okay, well, you know, welcome to the crew.
She's not a ham. She doesn't get it. She honestly believes, like her kindergarten children, she is babysitting almost 1 million hams. She's babysitting 1 million hams.
I found out later that this was an exclamation that came from experience. She's actually used to working with 5-year-olds.
So I said, you know, I'm not staying away as long as it talks about me. I'm here, you know. And I said, if you have a violation, and I told Laura this very nicely, very politically correct. I said, listen, Laura, I consider you the motorcycle radar officer of humans. I'm at 45 miles an hour. And I'm doing 47. Hey, you got me, man, you know. And write me the ticket. But if I'm doing 44 to 45, you can't stroke me a ticket.
Over?
N1FM for ID.
Now, Mike, there are other people that have called the FCC on you. I know that. I've heard them say that they were going to do that. So, you know, I don't do that. I don't rat people out on the radio. You should have gotten a call that was not so notable. You should have got you a little cheesy 1x3 that nobody would even connect it to. But here you've been screwing with me for how many years now? And you get a call that's one letter different than mine, and so that it sounds like mine when you run the two M's together. So I have N1FM, which I've had off and on now for 40 years, and you go out and you get a vanity call N1FMM. And then you even delay that M. So I don't know, what is your goal on that? Is that to confuse people? Is that to say, no, that was the other N1FM because people are going to hear the two M's run together. What was your goal on that? Was it just to screw with me and try and get a reaction? It's really not working. I just think you're an idiot. And it's not too late for you to change your vanity back or something. And I don't know. Or were you running? Now, that's another possibility, too. Were you... excuse me. Coffee's coming up. Were you running from the N2 FUV because of so much trouble you caused? And you're well known with the Federal Communications Commission. Can you tell me, Mike, what's that about? Why did you even change your call? Why would you want to do that? I mean, I went back to a call that was issued to me, which is fine. But why would you even want to change your call there? What's up with that, Mike? Were you running from the N2 FUV? Over?
Were you running from N1SOB?
N1SOB, and that was my issued call.